Hi, my name is MG Marie Gail Stratford. I'm the MG of MGisms and also the MG of Share with Penny and MG. This is your holiday free zone crafting tip. So guess what are not holiday decor? Snowflakes. Okay, I will go to the mat on this one. Snowflakes come down out of the sky. They have nothing to do with a holiday. So I'm gonna reclaim them for the holiday, the non-holiday people around, okay? And I mentioned in an earlier video, and you can catch it later if you haven't seen it yet, about the importance of decorating for winter time, because obviously when it's cold outside we need different decoration than we need in the summertime when it's warm outside. So one of the things that I decorated with and showed you in that video was just paper snowflakes. Okay, so we have been doing paper snowflakes since grade school, most likely. And today I'm just going to show you just some real simple techniques for foolproof snowflakes. The reason I'm going into the foolproofness is, have you ever opened up your snowflake after cutting on it, which is what we'll do a little bit later, and opened it up and discovered that you just had a bunch of pieces of paper instead of a snowflake? And I know this has happened to you if you've made these, because there is kind of a learning curve on these. So we're just going to talk about the process of making them. I'm going to make a larger one out of, and this is super easy. It's not going to be expensive. You know that I have a real thing about sustainability, and what sustainability means to me is that we can sustain doing a thing, and that we're doing as much good to the earth as possible. So in this situation, we're using paper, we're avoiding plastics. I don't want you to run out and use acrylics to decorate these or anything like that. But we're using paper, and so it might not be, you know, if you're wanting to be a little more earth friendly on it, you can just go get paper that has, you know, post-consumer. Or you can use recycled paper and just display the snowflakes on one side and not show the side that has something that's already printed on it. However you want to make it sustainable, just make it sure it's sustainable for you, in that you can sustain doing it, okay? So yes, our earth is important. You are a part of our earth. Okay, I want you to really hear that. If you're struggling with the holiday season, and if you're struggling with the fact that our earth brings you winter solstice every year, I want you to understand you're a very important and loved part of our earth. And that's part of what this activity is all about. So anyway, that's I'll step off my soapbox and down from the sermonizing. And we'll just start showing you. You want to start with a square, okay? So everyone knows, most likely, that to get a square from a rectangular piece of paper, you create a triangle. Just fold it over, make sure you're right along that edge. I didn't get one out here as I was getting ready to film, but actually if you have a straight edge that you can align this with and then use to make your fold, that's helpful. I've done it so many times without the straight edge, I didn't even think to bring that out for demonstration purposes. But you'll see here that we have just a really good triangle, perfect alignment along the sides. And then I'm gonna cut this little end off. And we can actually use that little end later for other smaller snowflakes if we want. You want a nice sharp set of scissors, and I did kind of just grab my utility scissors. Sharpen those scissors, because the sharper the scissor, the better cut you're gonna get. And you can make all sorts of sizes of these snowflakes. This is about the largest I make. Now, once we have it done. We do have it folded in half to make a triangle. You're going to fold it in half 2 more times, okay? So making sure that you really get those points aligned. And sticking your tongue out and licking your lips, that helps you concentrate. Okay, I'm a little bit. And getting these folds really as perfect as possible really helps you avoid the mistakes that leave you with little pieces of paper at the end. So get them as straight as possible. 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. And I'll show you what we have here. Now, I'm going to use some of the ones that I've already cut out before I cut to kind of show you what will happen. And then we'll cut and I'll do a little demonstration of exactly how it goes by doing the full process. Okay. So with a larger piece of paper, you could do a 3rd or a 4th fold there, but I'm just going to stick with 3 here. Now, I am kind of a fan of having a little hole in your snowflake. I don't know, it seems a little more snowflakey to me. And then you can avoid having a hole and you still end up with a nice little, fun little decoration. So the way you get a hole in your snowflake, this is your folded edge. This is an edge that's not folded. It's open now like a book. Okay. So hold it like you're going to open a book. But shut the book. And then you're going to nip the top off for your hole. Now you can see here I made kind of jagged things in it. Or you can make all sorts of kind of holes. I'm going to sort of curve it a little this time and see what we end up with. Okay. Now, these folds, where there are folds, that's what's going to hold your snowflake together. And the places that you cut are going to be the places that you have holes. Okay. So, I'm going to make sure I leave some of the fold. Maybe a solid 1/2 inch there, maybe, yeah, 1/2 inch centimeter there. And then I'm gonna cut just a fun jiggly wiggly pattern. Okay, like that. And then I'm gonna leave a little more and I'm gonna cut a little bit off this end tip. Okay, and make just a jiggly pattern that'll show up on the bottom of our snowflake. And then, I don't know, do I want a point? I like that little point there. So on this other side, we also want to leave some space where the folds are so that that snowflake doesn't fall apart. But I'm going to cut in farther on this one and make a fun little curve. And again, I'm going to leave some more space there at the top so those folds don't fall apart. Okay, now's the moment of truth. Did I end up with a snowflake or lots of pieces of paper? And it looks like, ha ha, I have a snowflake. See, I told you this was fail proof. So the key is to make sure that you just don't cut all of the fold there, see? All right, so now I have a fun snowflake, and what I might want to do is give it a little bit of decoration. Now you can see I've used a silver pen here. You can use a little bit of glitter if you want, if you have it around. And here's the thing about sustainability. If you've already bought something at the store and you then realize maybe it's not earth friendly, if you're using it instead of sticking it in a landfill, sustainable, all right? But I might want to decorate this a little bit with some fun little squigglies. I'm just using a gel pen here. might want to just decorate it with a few little squigglies, or later on I might use some other things. And you don't even have to add to these. You can just use the white if you like. But there's some little squigglies, and then I might, with my darker pen, just add a little bit of frost. A little bit of frost there. And this doesn't have to be exact. That's the lovely thing about art. It can just be your own interpretation of things. Just the whole idea is to enjoy yourself and to make a positive thing out of this thing called winter. Anyway, I have that one. It looks a little different than some of my others. I love these little ones, and I have just a few minutes left, I think, in my time here. So I'm going to just show you how I make these tiny ones. You can actually make a square out of the little strip that you cut off the larger piece of paper and end up with something you can make and then these are little 3x5 cards, and I use them in my office for some office work, but you can also cut them down. And again, if you have used cards where you just written in pencil on the back or whatever, you can totally reuse these, and just make these smaller ones. And so in my previous video about decoration is actually these little paper decor that I made the nice little winter place or centerpiece with. So anyway, I hope you can enjoy some winter craft, and that I've brought some joy to your life today and a little bit of peace in a holiday-free moment. Have a great day, everyone.